Hey, how are ya? I'm back. Still a bit late, but that's typical of me. How are you? How's your day? Are you getting through the heat okay? Oh, wait. I'm pressing the wrong buttons here. Oh my goodness. Okay, hi, I'm finally here. Hey everyone. I am getting set up. Oh, that's not what I want. Okay. I'm a little scattered tonight. I don't seem to know what I'm doing. Okay. Got distracted at the Facebook for a moment. I'm like, wait, what's this picture? I'm like, I have no idea. Alrighty. So, hope you're having a good summer so far. Yeah, tonight just literally came home and took a nap for a bit. Probably a little too long. Just kind of needed to take a nap, you know? Get tired. The heat gets to me. And cause I'm trying to figure out what's different about this year versus last year. Everything's different. New job, everything. It's still newish. And I do work my butt off when I go in. Hey, Elaine. So, yeah, because I'm realizing, like, I've been so busy with the work stuff and I'm all in, which is actually quite refreshing after years of, not so much that. All right, so tonight we're going to finish the Wreath card for sure. I haven't planned anything, so I took a few minutes scramble to run upstairs and look for one of the new Christmas stamps I picked up at I think the last stamp sale, which I have here, because there's a phrase in there that I think it's going to work with what I'm doing. So, because otherwise, my majority of my Christmas stuff is put away. I gotta find them. It's in one of these boxes and stuff's around here somewhere. Alright, so let's get in the bucket of water, figure it out. Because we're going to do a tiny bit of stamping. But the card's almost done. It's just that phrase that I'm like, what am I going to use? So, let's recap. So here's the card so far. I want white on white because I just really like the simplicity of it. And I got the nice little birdie from Elaine here. And I got some gems and stuff. So I like how it's come along. So I think my next plan is using green ink, Joy and Cheer. I think that'll work. Let's see how big the stamp really is. Hopefully, oh, it's bigger than I thought. Alright, well, we're going to make it work. That's for sure. Let's grab me a block. Because otherwise, I'm not digging for stamps. I'm sure I could, if I looked hard enough, even if it's not a Christmas stamp, I can find something. But at this stage, no. But I'm actually thinking of this layout to use for my mom's custom orders because oops, that was louder than I thought. I really like. So what I could do is split it up into sections. Yeah, I'm going to do something different here. Because I've already got everything glued in. I'm kind of limited here. Alright, I need a couple of things. I need some sticky notes. And I'm going to need some ink. So I'm going to go with shaded spruce for this one, actually. Just to change it up a bit. That's going to be a lot of green, but I'm going with the greens. Where's my shaded spruce? There's one right here. Let's have at it. Now, doodles are not allowed in the room tonight because I'm just not up for bounce doodles. So not tonight, kids. Ivy's roaming around. She's like, I want it. He is. Where's him? I hear him. I don't know where he is. I just moved the light because I turned off the light upstairs. So I can't see them. My little ninjas. Oops, I'm making this more complicated than it should be. Only me. Alrighty. Okay, so now when it comes to stamping with a stamp that is like a one piece, but you want to break it up, what you do is you get masking tape, or in my case, literally sticky notes, and then just cover up the section I don't need right now, and that will work. So let's eyeball this. But yeah, I'm really thinking of, and then once that's on, pull the sticky off. There we go. Joy. Clean the stamp. Crucial, crucial. Give it a moment to not be so wet. Just rubbing on my hand to kind of dry it off. Alright, and then I'm going to split this in half. So one section is for the joy. The other section is for the cheer. And this is how you can use a stamp multiple ways. Get some generous ink on there. Pull these off. It was a little tricky because the birdie. It's all good. And then same thing. Clean. Alrighty. And again, dry it out. So then lastly, take what's remaining. It doesn't matter which piece you're using, just as long as you're masking out the section you don't want. It's a great technique for trying to split up a stamp. And there we go. I like that a lot. Now, these are going to go into scrappy stuff because I can always use them. I have used them. Alrighty. So, clean this up. So there we go. I really like how this is coming along. I mean, I could have centered it a little better, but it still works really, really darn good. So what's next is really glue and done. And I want to know what you guys think of this card. Is this enough? Does it need more? I really, really like it. I don't know if I would do anything more to it. And then while we're here tonight, I'm going to start thinking about the cards for the custom orders. Not that I need to work on it tonight, but because this has so inspired me, I might very well do it. But how would I do it differently? I don't really know. But I just think that looks great. Alright, I'm going to put it on with dimensionals. And that's more or less it for this card. So I'm not sure how many birthday Christmas cards I gotta make with this design, or at least a variation of something. Because the person who it's for, who wants to buy them, keeps changing their mind on everything. So really, it's just make a batch and then roll with it. And there we go. I mean, I personally really, really like it. Now, my only negative is I feel like it's missing something. Maybe it's too white. I mean, I love it, but I'm like, I think the size is perfect. But to replicate this as a bigger card, I don't really know how it's going to work. I'll have to see. So with that, I think we're going to do a little bit of prep tonight towards that. At least see if I can get the layout figured out. But I really like it. Alright, I'm going to put my joy and cheer stamp away. And of course, with this person's request, they have to have Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year inside their card. You know, I have to find those stamps anyway. So I think joy and cheer looks really good. And the bird looks good. I just think it really popped well. So, alright. Well, let's think for a quick minute or two. Let me know what you any feedback, please let me know. So, let me get a card base that's of that person's size. That way we can break it down to see how this might work. as a bigger format. So let me grab some paper. Let me grab a couple of sheets, actually. Hey, Donna, how are you? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, everybody. So I just finished off this cute little Christmas card, even though Christmas is too soon, I know. It was just, I was watching Creativity Now, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of want, a bit of a Christmas mood. And I used the wreath pieces that turned to a wreath from a set of dies that were the boho vibes suite, the sunshine vibes. I keep calling it boho vibes. That's the suite, but not the stamps and dies. So I gotta remember this person's size of the card, the custom order. 5x7. So it's really 7x10 is what I need. So there's 10. Oh, I'm exhausted too. I get you, Donna. Okay, so there's a 7x10, and then one of these I gotta cut down to. Actually, I'm gonna go 4.5. I'm gonna go a little smaller by 6.5, because I'm thinking to change it up. Maybe put some DSP in the background. Now, next up is I gotta find some designer series paper that might go with it. So let's do a quick peek at the Christmas stuff. Now, I gotta dig into the Christmas stuff. I haven't done that in a while. There might be a couple of things lingering around. We'll peek in a sec. So let's get this kind of half going. And I gotta still work on this month's card class, which I have not. I have a basic design going. I just haven't got around to actually working on it. So Elaine, I'm going to take a peek at some of the stuff you've provided here to see if there's any sort of Christmassy something. Now, because of this person's special size, I got to go from a bigger sheet. So I'm just peeking at... So I thought there was maybe a little bit of Christmas in here. I could be wrong. No, not spotting it. That's A-okay. Alright. Well, let's dig a few minutes around. Because I have all the Christmas, not all, but a good portion of the Christmas stuff in a special spot as I try to throw this up just enough so I can reach for it. Christmas and Christmas and Christmas. Alright. Alright, we got some Christmas here, but this is smaller. But then again, there might be something here. Christmas is fun. I keep saying the word Christmas over and over and over again. Let me peek at one of these. So that's a 6 by 4. No, it's too small. Love that though, but it's too small. Alright, well, that's fine. Okay, so that bundle is not gonna do. No worries. I have lots of retired Christmas and more. Oh, okay. Let's see what this bin is gonna give me. Oh. I need to eventually reorganize this room. Literally. Alright, so... Alright, I'm already seeing a pretty sheet that I love that. The sad part is we're going to cover it up. But I just really love that sheet right now. So we're going to roll with it. Yeah, I'll have to figure out when I'm starting Christmas cards this year for classes. I think last year we started in, I think, September. So I might do the same this year. We'll see. I don't know yet. That's way further down my massive to-do list. I like that paper. Oh, hey, Dan. It's good to see you. It's been a while. Oh, everybody's tuning in tonight. Alright, so let's kind of crop this down. Now, this might not work out, but at least it's fun to kind of take one layout and see if I can replicate it in a different way to come up with something a little different. Because definitely with these custom orders from my mother, I have to make it a bigger size than my normal, which does skew up some of the concepting. So what I'm thinking is that, oh sorry, a little off camera with that. Now, seeing that now, you know what? That's too much weight happening and we're not seeing the pattern. And the sad part is I already glued this down because I thought about not gluing it down yet. And actually, I wonder if that would be effective if I cut it down to that size. Well, we can play around for a few minutes. Alright, let's bring Vapor back. So that is 4 by 5 1/4. Let's just see if this looks any better. I'm still not big about it personally. Like, I prefer the white on white, but I just feel because it's going to be a bigger card, it's just going to feel too white. And even looking at that looks kind of, nah. Yeah. Getting a different idea. I gotta make this a little smaller. So, for example, that was 5" and I went down to 4. And then the width is 6" or 7th or 7. The height, I mean 7, and I went down 1 3/4 inch. Okay. Hides the pretty paper. Yes, I know, I agree. Okay, so let me just think this through. So 5. What did I say? 1 3/4? Okay, I'm making this more complicated than it should be. Yeah, 1 3/4. Alright. Well, if I crop it, that's okay. 5 4. Alright. It's fun to experiment. Alright, so I cropped that a lot smaller. Smaller than I think I intended. Let's see. Doesn't look right, does it? Yeah. I'm thinking. It may not be a Wreath card after all. It might be totally something else. I'm thinking. Yeah, it just doesn't look right, does it? I'm thinking. Well, I could always make what's in my head. You know, half make it, and I can change. So, as I was making this, I was like, hey, Evelyn, everyone's coming in. So, this I picked up at this one stamp sale, and I love these trees, and I love the dyes that goes with them, too. So, with that in mind, I'm kind of wondering to to use the triangle dies. They're kind of like trees, I'm thinking. Which that might be pretty cool. Yeah, that makes sense, Elaine. A little shorter. So I think this is good, but still pretty darn tall. Yeah. Evelyn is melting, and the kittens of melting. Okay. Alright, so everyone's melting. So that is still... I'm going to go down 1/2 inch. Let's see what that does. Okay, that looks a little better. I'm going to roll with that. We're going to roll with this and see what it turns into. I'm going to see what we got going on here. Because we got all these really good tree stamps. And then my query is, which of these dies goes with them? And I'm going to have to look for some ink soon, because I'm thinking a lot of blue inks to go with this stuff. Might be really, really good. Alright, let me free this up. They really like to use tape at the stamp sales. Oh my goodness. Alright, I'm thinking. Alright, let's open this up. Let's peek see. Let's see which trees. So we have 4 trees here. That's pretty cool. And some match and some don't. Okay, so that style goes with that. That style goes with that. That style goes with that. And then that one goes with that. Okay. Alright. Still can do a wreath. Yeah. Question for everyone. If I did the wreath like this... Blue, thank you, Elaine, because I know you guys are on a lag and I'm further along here. Yes, blue wreath. Yes, let's do it. So now I need some blue paper, because yeah, I think the wreath idea is gonna look really good. Okay, let's do this tree idea. The tree idea is cool too, but no, let's do blue wreath. All right, so let's put this stuff away because I don't really need this right now. Let's make this less complicated. Yes, blue wreath. Blue and purples. Yes. So let's go find some blue and purple scraps. And I'll at least die cut a few. So I'm just going to move this along. Okay, blue and purple scraps. And of course, I need borrow my phone. I need my flashlight. Because this room is really dark. We gotta replace the lighting around here. Just haven't done it yet. Alright, there's purple scraps coming up. And then blue scraps momentarily. There's blue scraps. There we go. Alright, let me turn off my flashlight. Pull the screen back up. There we go. We're back. Okay. It's all good, Evelyn. Alright. So yeah, I think that's going to look really good. Thanks, ladies. And gents, everyone. Thank you. Because yeah, like, I love how this turned out. I just feel like it needed a little bit, to make it into a bigger card, it just needs a little more pow to it, kind of thing. And that paper's really nice. Alright, now let me find the stamps and dies, too. I think they're here. No, they're not. I have everything else out, but not that. Alright, let me look, see for a sec. At least get a few pieces cut. Oh, I got the Pampered Chef box in the way here. Dawn, I haven't put the stuff away yet. I opened it last night, and it's as far as I got. So, it's all good, though. Alright, Let's see here. Oops. Okay. Challenge of trying to find one item when you decide to get impromptu on a video. Is this it? Nope. Yeah, typical me. Or is this it? Oh, I can't find anything right now. Nope. I'm so disorganized around here. Well, that's not it either. Where the heck is it? I'm literally leaning onto the box of Pampered Chef just to find the dies, which I can't find. Okay. Well, I can't find the dies. Well, I'm not sure if I have bows. That will be interesting. Okay, where did I put the dies I used the other night? Oh, they are here on the table, hiding from me. Welcome to Crafter Adventures. Yes, it has to get to the kitchen. I agree, Donna. Probably more so on the weekend. Actually, the weekend's almost here. Another day, and then it's the weekend. So yes, I gotta finish the unbox. I also try and keep the doodles out of it too, because the doodles are pretty good, but they they have their moments of packaging and chewable stuff. So it's like, yeah, we're trying to keep them from totally making a mess. All right. Okay. So let's grab a sheet of paper, a sheet of blue, and then we'll keep going as needed. So we'll do some die cuts tonight. Now this is the part where you feel free to get a coffee and come back, because this is the lengthy part, is die cutting. So I'm gonna try to do 2 of these at once. Actually, no. I'll just do 1 color at a time, because then I can run through both dies on the color scheme. That way get, somewhat evened out. Alright, there's 1 set. And I need a little pokey stick here to keep going here. And I don't know what colors these are officially, so don't ask me if these are Stampin' Up! Colors or what they are. I have no idea. Alright, I'll just put them there. But yeah, I'm really thinking this season do like a bunch of Wreath type cards like this. Possibly. For there, Merry Christmas. There's my customer order. There we go. That's a set of 4. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, come on. Now, there might be more purple than blue, but that's okay. Just enough to kind of get started and feel out this project. Alright, pokey stick. Because remember, there's little holes in the dies to help poke out the pieces, which is super handy when they're stuck in there really darn good. Alright, that sheet is done. Now let's do some purple. Yes, and I've been starting to rotate my plates every time. Makes them last a little better. Because as we know, last year when I was doing a whole whack of die cuts, I was having quite a time with trying to get stuff done. Alright, there we go. They're on. And just keep going. Now, I'll probably need more pieces, but at least enough to get the framework on. To also get a feel for if this is a good idea. Okay, that die stuck in there really darn good. There we go. But I'm thinking for the writing, if I'm going to use the same stamp, the Joy and Cheer, I'll probably do it in blue. And ideally, I probably should do that before I stick all the pieces on, for real. But at least I can kind of mock up some of the pieces, so then I can know where everything goes. Instead of glue everything down and then try to stamp over it kind of thing, which makes it a little hard. We're getting there. We're going to at least do another round. Because I forget how many times I did it with the other one with all the greens, but I had a fair bit on there. But because this, I mean, I could still, like I say, I'll probably do more blue after. Just to help balance it out. Yeah, and Elaine's right. It's going to be slightly smaller, too, so I don't have to have as many pieces. But at least I got a bit of a feel for, you know, the first one was a good test run. And actually, I'm going to cut another blue piece in a moment. Because that scrap piece I did, I got a little bit of room on there. I think I can get a die on there or two. Just to help even it out. Okay, so there. Purples can go off a second. I'm gonna bring this back because I think I see a possibility in here I can use. I can get one. There we go. Okay, I'm happy with that for now. So let's put this aside. Let's kind of not half, but partially make this up. Make sure there's nothing stuck underneath. Pull up my dies. Pull up the blue. Alright, so then I'm just going to rotate this again. There we go. Happier with that. Plates go away. And yeah, and what's cool is I'm using scraps of paper to work on some of this. Like the die cuts, they're all just scraps I had kicking around. So yeah, I'm very resourceful. That was my word last year. I kicked my butt to really be resourceful. All right, so let's bring this over. So purple ribbon for a bow, that'd be cool. Possibly, yeah. Well, in the meantime, I'm just gonna get some purple pieces on. To get a feel for layout. Try to shape it. Try to kind of really creative minds think alike. So there's a good roundish. Okay. So I'm gonna try not to bump it. I just want to see how this looks. And as I fill in with more pieces, it'll fill in a little better and help with the imperfections too. So here's what I'm thinking. Okay, so then let's get the joy and cheer stamping done now. I'm gonna need blue ink. Do I have blue out here? I don't think I do. So I'm gonna grab. Yes, great minds do think alike. Alright, I'm gonna go with I think Misty Moonlight. I think would be a good. Well, Misty Moonlight. Let's take a peek at it. Or Night of Navy. Oops. No, I'm liking Misty Moonlight for this. Hey Evelyn, not quite sure which one of the words you're going for. But it's all good. Alright, let's bring back joy and cheer. Let's do that technique again with the stamping. Alright, get my block back. Block is right in front of me. Alright. And I'm just going to use a new sticky note. Why not? Alright, so here we go again. Okay, thank you, Evelyn, 'cause I have no idea what that is. And of course, the hazard of I'm going to be picking up some of the wreath pieces as we go. Oh, okay. Goes to show I'm too young. Alright, so joy and cheer. Actually, this goes the other way. There we go. Wreath is starting to fall apart, but it's all good. That way I got a bit of an idea where I'm going with it. Alright, and then lastly is cheer. Masking tape works too, but I find just, hey, the sticky notes works really well. There we go. Of course it's picking up the pieces. But now I can reshape. Yes, I am young. Young-ish. I'm not really young anymore, but yeah, I'm young. I was born in the 80s, so if that helps. Alright, so let's see if I can shape the wreath back, because we kind of lost the shape of it. And that's okay. Well, I think that looks pretty good now. I kind of like that. Alright, and then we'll just build around it. Alrighty, so now next is glue dots, because I want to at least get the frame of it done tonight. The downside of this project is there's a lot of steps to it. Of course, I have to design something that isn't so quick go, you know. Typically me. Another option for doing a wreath is I could use twine and stuff, but, you know, I kind of like the way this is going. Okay, I'm going to get the top and the bottom. I'll figure out the sides and the short. And I still gotta figure out what's gonna go on the wreath. Is it a bird? Oh, birds! That reminds me. Elaine, I have a question for you. And Donna too, because I know you're both more local to me. Do you have a bird stamp set and die I can borrow? So I can do, you know, a bird, kind of like the original card, but that way I can also stamp out and die cut a bird to kind of go with this beauty. Alright, so far good. If you do, great. If you don't, it's all good. I will figure out something. Like, I'm not big on birds, but now I suddenly not want birds. I'll have to look around and see what I have around here. But I don't think I do. I don't think I have any dyes at all for birds. That's just one thing I never really got into. I don't know. We'll have to see if the new catalog has anything in it that might be useful. Yeah, my wreath is a little bit shaped, but we'll work with it. Okay, appreciate that, Donna. Because apparently it's got to be a stamp set and die, so I could stamp it out and then dye it, do the die cut. But I'll see. Oh, I'm getting an idea, but it ain't gonna work with this. I have a poinsettia die that I used in my first year as a demo, as a card class. Donna was there, but I think that might be a little too big. Okay, so there's that. Now let's bring some blue pieces and then figure out where we're putting the blue. So what I do the next round is I put them in a different spot to kind of work with it. And I hope this makes it look kind of roundish because it isn't very round right now. Thanks, Elaine. Yeah, let me know. Because I really think, like, okay, let me bring this back. I mean, having a bird on there, doesn't have to be that bird, but I just think it'd be cool to have a bird on this thing. Would look really, really good. Just to kind of work it in. Okay, there's one of the blue pieces. Because it'll be interesting to figure out with this layout how many rounds of wreath do I need to make this work. Because the original one has 4 rounds. How many is this going to need? So let's find out. And generally I do like 4 to a round. Cardinal, yes! Donna, that's right. Yeah, like a cardinal or something. Like, because I'm trying to think of what I have, and I don't really have much for birds, but yeah. Like, that could be good. I mean, yes, I can always, yes, the red, oh yes. The red would definitely make it pop. Because these birds are really cute, but we only have so few. I'll have to look at what we have after. Let me get these glued down, and I'll see what we still have kicking. I can at least kind of do some. Hope you like my wreath. And I think the Misty Moonlight looks really good with that blue paper. Thanks, Evelyn. I think everyone's name wrong tonight. Thanks, Elaine. Appreciate it. Just let me know if you do or if you don't. That way I know for planning that if you don't have it, I will figure out an alternative and go from there. All right. So we're gonna be a little short on the third round, but at least we got. I'll put them down. I already got the pieces out. And I might die cut a little more. Oh, thanks, Elaine. Appreciate it. Alright, so then I'm gonna go a little more on the inner. That way you see more layers of it, not just one on top of the other, but the, the rounds of it. Alright. So three-ish rounds might just do. It'll be a little under 3 though. It's all good, Donna. I should go to bed too, but the crafter life. I was in bed earlier. I took a nap when I came home from work because I'm like, I'm tired. And the nap took way too long, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta get up and do stuff. I gotta get up, do a video. Well, first was doodles. Take them for a W word. Good night, Donna, and good night. Go do the doodle thing. There we go. Okay, it's gonna need another piece, that's for sure. Just the way it's looking. I'll go die cut in a moment. Or I'll just see in a moment where I'm at. But yes, I will post pictures. Not sure when. Because part of our team challenge this month is using AI to come up with posts. So it's like, yeah, I want to try it. There we go. So we're a little light on the one side. Yeah, we're going to need another purple piece. Just based on how this is looking. Purple or blue, doesn't really matter. Alright, so let's get one more piece going here. And we'll do blue. Why not? We'll do like the same blue. I'll probably cut 2 more pieces and then we'll just work in. That's it. Alright. Here we go. Another more round die cut. But at least I have a bit of an idea of at least 3 rounds to make this work. So I'm just going to cut 2 pieces. I'm already here. Might as well use up the piece of paper. Alright, there we go. And I did buy a whole bunch of glue dots recently, so I'm good for the season if I gotta use a whole whack of glue dots to do projects like this. Liquid glue would work too, but I'm not big on liquid glue. Alright, let's clear this up. Maybe. Maybe. Oh boy, I got a little problem here. It's stuck on there good. Oh. Someone's chirping me. Oh no, they're stuck. They're stuck. Shoot. Any tricks? Oh. Oh, that worked! Oh my god, that totally worked. That is totally a new trick that I never even thought of. Just flip it over, kind of bend the plate a bit. Don't try to break the plate, but enough of you get some movement. Enough to free it up. Oh my god, that was so cool. That's a totally new trick. Alright. I never even thought of it until now. Okay, poke these guys out. Yeah, I could. But no, I just kind of like the way it's going, personally. But definitely it's not as round. But I think the imperfections kind of work quite well, personally. Although I do love that one. That one does have more layers, though. Alright, so let's do the final 2 pieces. Because also bling will be on it, some sort of a bird will be on it, so it kind of fills itself up, actually. Okay, so let's get this one in. Like there. And then we'll do the last one, probably on the bottom, just to fill in the bottom a little more. I could always cut it, like you say, Elaine, I could snip a piece. I could always cut them in half and do something with them too, potentially, but nah, I'm already here. Oh, thanks for the hearts. There we go. I really like it. I like how it's uneven with the purple and the blue. Hey, Tony. Everyone's coming in tonight. So here's what we got so far. I like how it's turning out. So then definitely the white onto the pattern will be with dimensionals. And I'm just thinking of go all in with dimensionals. Why not? Let's see how it looks. It's okay, Elaine. Yeah, I know, it kind of bugs me too a little bit. But then again, let's just see how it looks at the end. It might just kind of work out. So it might all kind of work together as a nice, beautiful imperfectness. Like the other one turned out really well. I love how that one turned out. And what's cool is these dies are not even Christmas dies. They are the Sunshine Vibes dies. And they look really, really good. Alright, so then dimensionals again. Thanks everyone for the compliments. Appreciate it. Oh, by the way, there's a sale. I'm not up to date on my updates. But there's a sale actually on two-tone cardstock. You're probably wondering, what the heck is two-tone cardstock? Great question. It's cardstock that's more like designer series paper. It's a little thinner. It'll be like one color, like say blue or something. I actually have a piece here. I'm not gonna grab it though. Oh, speaking of grabbing, I was supposed to grab something and I forgot. I'm talking about all this. Oh yeah, the birds, I think. So it'll be like one side will be a color and the back side will be like a slightly lighter of the same color. It's quite nice if you're into that. Not everybody is though. So it's on sale today, tomorrow, and I think the day after. I forget the details though. So here's this so far. We're looking good, but it needs more, guys. It definitely needs a little more punch. I'm just trying to remember where all my stuff is here. Bear with me a minute or two as I try to find, where did my birdies go from yesterday? There they are. So we've got these really cute birds, and Elaine, I'm using one of them tonight. There we go. See, that suddenly makes it pop. Hey, if anyone knows where I can get these birds, Elaine, where'd you get these birds? I kind of want more of these. They're really, really cute. And then we're going to need some bling. Thank you, thank you. Anyway, so bling, bling. So bling, bling, bling. Where's my bling? What options do we have for colors tonight? In this section. Let's take a peek-see. So I've got these, which can kind of work. Doesn't that look great? Now, earlier you guys mentioned a bow. I was paying attention somewhat. I'm going to rearrange one of these blingies. I want to move it. Because you guys mentioned a bow. And would you guys say purple bow? I think it was. So let's do a purple bow. Let me think. Oh, where do I have a bow? I might have to run upstairs because I know where one is right now. I don't know, Tony. The birds came from Elaine. Only she can tell me privately where she got them from. I'm also put a shout out for wanting to get stamp and dies of like a cardinal or a bird type of sort of thing. So yes, I will figure it out. I'm not sure if I want these at the final birds, but I just really like them. Okay, so a bow. Yeah, it's okay, Elaine. Whatever it is, they're probably gone. Alright, I gotta take the mic off. I gotta go find a bow. I have two in mind. Let me find the one that's gonna be harder to find, okay? Bear with me a moment. Okay, BRB, because I think the one I'm looking for is upstairs. Hey, kids. Okay, found it. So, a few years ago, there was the Scotty's dog, and there's a bow right there. And speaking of bows, I think I have one other in this box. I might be oh yeah, there it is. Okay, so let's do both bows and see which one we like, okay? Now I'm going to die cut again. So I want your vote on the best bow. We'll do one in purple. The other one will be, we'll say blue. Alright, die cutting again. But first, let's get this one punched out quickly. Alright, there's a cute little bow right there. Both might kind of work though, actually. I think there's a stamp that goes with it, but I'm not digging for it right now. That's a little more out of my hands. Alright, so I think the die cut bow might work better. Has a little more detail and stuff. Thank you, Elaine. I appreciate it. Alright, so let's die cut this bow. Yeah, I think purple will pop. I just want to see the bow difference to see which I want to use. Okay, so this one is very different. I'm getting an idea though. I don't know if they look good together, but I like that look to it. So, yeah, you're right. Purple would definitely pop. Let's do the purple. I'm already here. I need another piece of purple though. Purple, where are you? Yeah, I definitely agree about the purple. So vote. Die cut or hole punch bow? Let me know. I'm going to die cut that bow anyway. The first one on the purple. Just to kind of see how it looks. I know I just put the stuff away too. Typically me. Alright. Alright, bring this back. Again. Never a dull moment around here. Die cut by purple. Yeah, I think so too. There's just something about it that just works. Then we really do gotta call it a night shortly. No, she moved. And Doodles are getting impatient because I'm hiding from the kids. Yeah, that is really pretty. Blue would blend in punch, yeah. Well, let's look at both die cut options in a sec. I can always use both, technically. Maybe. Alright, let's see. So here is what we have. Yeah, I'm finding it almost blends in. I'm getting a different idea. New idea. I like it, but because the colors are blending in. Let's look for some ribbon. Be right back, because I think ribbon might be more effective. I gotta find ribbon. I have ribbon, but my box of ribbon is nicely hidden away. And it's a good thing there's no doodles allowed in the room tonight. Alright. So I think we're on yes on purple. Just found the purple. But yeah, I'll use some of this. Alright, I gotta put this somewhere safe, away from the doodles. At least for now. Carefully get in here. Alright. Oh, I'm seeing something I like. This. It's really light, but I think it'll work. Alright. So here's the part where we gotta watch me make a bow. And I'm sure, Elaine, you're gonna be like, this ain't right. But that's okay. This is how I do a bow. Of course I totally screwed up. Of course I do. I know, Elaine, you showed me. I still get it wrong. I haven't practiced. Okay, there's our big ribbon. I think it's a little too big, so let's shorten it up. Let me shorten it a little more. There we go. I think that'll look really, really good. Alright, I'm going to need some good adhesive for that bugger. There, that looks better. Well, I kind of got it. There we go. So there's a partial. Now, scissors. Let me grab some scissors. So, there we go. There's my attempt of a bow. There we go. Well, I hope you love it. I'm a little mixed about the card. I'm mixed. I love it, but it just, I don't know. You guys let me know. What do you think? Do you think the simple with the white just has more pop versus this? I don't know. I'm just, or they're both uniquely great. You guys gotta let me know. Alright, with that, friends, I am gonna go. Oh, I was on for an hour. Holy crap. Alright. Hope you love the cards. I mean, I like this. I like this too. Of course, my mic is on the table. Hi. Sorry, guys. So, there we go. I'm officially going. I'll just move the lamp a little. That way you can kind of see it. So, there's the two cards. The little or the big one. Let me know what you think. Yeah. My bow's a little wonky, but that is okay. I'm totally fine with it. So, alright. Good night, everyone. Bye.